AyoGG, welcome to a brand new episode of the AyoGG podcast in the special edition for Queendom Season 2, and today with our talk about episode number 4 with the beautiful title, Were We That Bad? That's a question we will answer later on, guys, don't worry. And today we are going to start, oh no, goddammit, I forgot you again. I'm not doing this podcast damn it, alone. No, I'm here with someone else. Hello, Payne.
Hey, I'm here too.
I don't know. I feel like I'm getting worse and worse with every episode with the introductions. So we will see how the finale will go, guys. This will be really interesting. Now, the episode started as always with a mix of different video snippets of the different groups speaking about different stuff, sometimes emotional, sometimes not. We will just skip this part because it's the same as usual, and jump right into the cover song performances that were the center part of this entire episode. And if you know this podcast, you know that normally we're working in chronological order, but there are exceptions. And that exceptions is occurring right here, right now. So we're skipping the first performance and jumping to the second one, which is, by the way, we're skipping it only shortly. We will talk about it later. Don't worry. Don't riot. Don't riot. Okay? Just wait a bit. The second performance was by Kep1er, and Kep1er performed Brave Girl's song Pool Party and Rollin mixed into one song. Now, what happened before the actual performance started? Of course, it is Mnet, so we had to start with tears. And we already saw that in the teaser for in the last episode. And we were already like, oh, not again, not again. But this time, the tears actually have a meaning where I'm like, okay, I absolutely understand where they're coming from. More to that after we talked about the actual performance. But just so much for now, it is justified. I absolutely understand where these tears are coming from. And so we got instantly an emotional start into Kep1er's preparation for the song. But then we got a little jump in time, back in time. And as always, we saw them sitting together thinking about what they could perform. They were talking about how Brave Girls have already performed Rollin and Kep1er, which is, for no surprise for me at least, the first two songs that came into the mind of the Kep1er girls. But there were also other songs they had in mind, like After We Ride and stuff like this. Problem with all of these songs is, and it was pretty cute how they phrased it, that Brave Girls songs are often about like adultery love. And this is a concept, let's say it is difficult to combine with Kep1er, which simply has a lot of really young members, so they instantly excluded a lot of songs. They talked for a while about We Ride and had a really cute discussion about the word inni. I'm not quite sure how to properly say it. ENNUI. In Romanization, I guess. And what it means is a period where you get bored or tired of something. And then we had a little section where Yeongon tried to explain this meaning to Hikaru, but that did not work out at all. Like, Hikaru was at times I felt like she didn't want to understand it because she had a really clear opinion about how you should handle a topic like this. And Yeongon started to get slightly annoyed, but they then started to call Brave Girls to let them speak about the meaning of this. Long story short, at the end, Kep1er decided, We Ride is not a song for us. This is not going to work out. So they continued to think about what they could do and then ended up with Pool Party. And I don't know who it was. Was it Che or Bahi? Someone suddenly started to, while they were going through the melody of Pool Party, started to throw in like Rollin, Rollin, Rollin. I think it was Che. And then they suddenly decided to mix up Pool Party and Rollin, which is a really interesting idea, in my opinion. On top of that, we got another little section of Hikaru. Hikaru is kind of like the main character of this entire, practicing preparation episode of Kep1er here, because it went on with them talking about Hikaru and her rap and how much she loved it. Hikaru said herself, "I'm the happiest when I rap. Plus, I'm always dissatisfied with how short my parts are." Which is something I think a lot of K-pop idols in groups can relate to. The industry is not fair. And Hikaru made that pretty damn clear that she wished for much more rapping time for her. So, Wake One, you heard her, okay? Mnet, listen to Hikaru. She knows what's best for you. Also, at the end, right before the performance, we got a little section of them talking about the foreign members and the difficulty they have just with the Korean language. Like, in these shows, it is always really difficult for foreign members when they're not speaking the language fluently, because it doesn't matter how, like, much you try, if you don't speak the language fluently, variety shows are just really difficult for you. Like, you can't react fast to something someone asked. You can't, like, react wittily, because maybe in theory you could, but you simply don't have the words, you don't have the grammar to back it up. And they showed this with a little compilation of shouting Masato and Hikaru, asking the other members for meanings of words and stuff like this. Nothing we haven't already seen multiple times, but Mnet wanted to point out again that I guess Kep1er has foreign members. I don't know. And after that, it was time to actually jump into the performance of Pool Party X Rollin, originally by Brave Girls, performed by Kep1er. What is your opinion on this performance?
So, I have to say, yeah, you were right that that Rollin was into it. I my guess was like it was just in the beginning, like yeah, the performances often get a name. I don't think that was a thing in Queendom season 1, I guess, but especially in Kingdom was this kind of okay, if we cover or if we make a cover of a song, we obviously call it by the name, but then we do give it a name, a title that's fitting the story or that's fitting something else. And what was the title of
Pool Party, Rollin' Right Now.
Rollin' Right Now was it, right? And I guess I don't know if everyone had something like that in this round. I'm not sure. Do you know something about this?
Hyolin didn't. BBG also didn't know.
Okay. Okay. I thought about it that it was that more of them had this, but okay. But I thought especially because of I don't know, just my thinking. It was like a little play with the namings of their songs. I wouldn't have imagined that Rollin is in it. But yeah, the way they implemented Rollin was pretty relatable. Like, it was a little part in the chorus. I don't know if you can. I mean, it's a chorus mashup, so yeah, it's kind of a mashup. But how much Rollin is in there to call it like Pool Party X Rollin stuff? That's my question in that regard. But yeah, overall they had it in it, and I guess that was a pretty cool idea. So, yeah, how turned out the performance? They started with a slightly fairy tale beginning, and of course, Yeso had to do had to do it. Jesus Christ.
English so good.
Yeah, English is it's a hard thing. And she was adorable doing this, and even when she was yeah, standing up, and then she could show her acting skills, and yeah, she was kind of slightly acting in the direction of a door. Then she
A
moved
keyhole door.
a keyhole door, exactly. And yeah, then she was going through the door, and the door kind of swapped and to the other side, and then yeah, once again it opened, and she came out.
In a
She
different
changed.
outfit. It was magic.
She changed immediately. It had to be magic. 100% magic. Otherwise, you can't change your outfit that fast.
Impossible.
First time ever seen in performances like this, by the way. No, but was pretty adorable. Then I guess she was joined by Mashiro, and yeah, after that we had cool little portions with yeah, as example, Mashiro and Yeso doing the beginning, and then we had yeah, more little segments there, and that was pretty cool in my opinion. Like they used much of the stage, many spots on the stage, and I personally loved this kind of stage when you use a big kind of, like, if you are more than one human being, then you can actually use more of the stage than just one spot at the same time.
Bold of you to assume that they are human beings.
Yeah, well, I mean, basically now when you say that, that's a little topic. But yeah, I really love this, and yeah, the first verse was, in my opinion, pretty cool. It was pretty much like the original. They have changed the instrumental overall, but yeah, not the top line of the singing and stuff like this. It was pretty much the same. Lyric wise, it should be this pretty much the same as well. And then here we were for the chorus drop, and the chorus drop was that we had a little pause. Pahi was coming out. I don't know the phrase 100% right now, sadly. I haven't wrote down the phrase, but she was introducing the chorus with a phrase. And after that, basically the mashup of Rollin, Rollin chorus, and the pool party chorus was played. And I'm super confused still now how not messy that sounded. Like, it felt like this. It wasn't really 100%. I mean, it was a bit rearranged, but not that much. Like, it was. It felt like just I don't know. Just you have these two stems in your recording program, and you're just putting chorus, and in the second stem you're just putting another chorus, and then export. It felt a bit like that, and even though it really had, in my opinion, there was no feeling of a messy sound or something like that. And then I'm kind of wondering about this.
You mean it fit too well?
It fit way too well for the fact that it was overlaying. Like they were singing kind of at the same time. So the two choruses, you had the two choruses like the singing of them in the same time, and that was kind of weird that it wasn't that messy that it should be in my like I don't know, if I think about it, I would have imagined it should sound more messy, but somehow it fit for me. But maybe that's just my thing. Maybe people might think different about it. I know one person that thinks different about it. So guys, tell me in the comments, what do you think about it? But yeah, overall, I really loved the chorus. Was pretty cool. And after the chorus, they were going into the rap verse, and the rap verse was a huge thing already in the preparing phase. And yeah, it turned out very interesting because they changed the rap pretty much. They had one little section that was originally from Brave Girls Yujong that was pretty much the same, but besides that, there was totally a rap verse, made out of Kep1er's hand. Pretty interesting in my opinion. Was super cool.
Especially Hikaru and Dayeon. Hikaru and Dayeon mainly.
Mainly, yeah, but I guess
we started in the preparation. These two writing the lyrics.
Yeah, exactly. But I guess exactly, like Hikaru had a rap part, and then who joined then? Who was following the Hikaru part? I don't know. Maybe you can look it up. But then came the part where I meant that was originally Yujong's part from Brave Girls. Someone was doing this, and after that, Dayeon was rapping again. And I really loved it how they the pacing of the verse and the different sounds were pretty interesting as well. That was a super exciting rap verse in my opinion. Super cool.
What I can see is Hikaru getting joined by Yeso and Yongun, and after that we have Dayeon rapping. I guess the thing is I can't turn on the music right now because otherwise you would hear it in the podcast. But she's sitting on the box rapping. Then we have Bahi. So yeah.
Okay, then then I guess Yongun could have been the one who sang the little portion. Overall, I really loved the portion. Super energetic and exciting. I loved it. I guess then was the pre-chorus after the verse once again when Yujin came out with this little bubble pop thing, like popping the
the soap water ring
the soap
that
water
we had
ring.
there.
That was super cool. Overall, the props in this performance were the prop using was pretty cool and well thought in my opinion. Super many little adorable things. I loved it. And then the chorus came in once again. I already talked about the chorus. It wasn't super different in the second one. And after that, we had a very, I call it interesting dance break section. Cause I don't know, Kep1er is interesting. Like Kep1er is the like even the same with Valada, like this combination out of like cutie stuff, and out of nowhere you have teen crush sections or crush sections or some stuff like this, or a little more mature focused dance break like it was there, and that's super interesting. Like this seems kinda Kep1er's theme a bit to I don't know, to both to like two very different kind of genres in it. Cause the dance break really was, I mean, like from the movements on this whatever it was, where they were doing it, but English needs to English.
I don't know what you want to say. I can help you.
Yeah, kind of wailing stuff or something like that, where they were doing the dance break stuff.
What?
Like they were doing it on something, you know?
Ah, these bars, you mean?
Yeah, bars, kind of something like this. whatever it was, I don't know. Seemed very unspectacular, but wasn't the focus area. They just needed something where they could perform the choreo on. So and for that it was pretty good. Yeah, with some pretty interesting moves. After that they we're going away from these things and we're doing more in your face dance break. So typical Kep1er takes a little focus on the dance break sections. We had shouting in the center, and after they made a little more thing without the bars, they were going back to them, and then shouting finalized it with a kind of backflip on the thing, whatever.
She defied the laws of physics.
However you want to call it. I don't know if you can call it backflip, but it was kind of backflip.
Well, she not the one, back.
Not the one in the air, but the one on the bars somehow. She flipped back. Yeah, that's basically it. And after that, they were going for the final. So on the final chorus, party everywhere. Everything was kind of exploding. They were going from the main stage to the direction on the middle stage. So they were going to the middle stage to make the final chorus there. And kind of just finished it with the final chorus of it. And basically something I literally haven't seen in the while we were watching it, but it seemed like Dayeon fell from the stage.
Yeah, that will be topic afterwards.
And okay, it's going to be a topic afterwards. Then I need to think about how I am continuing now. But yeah, basically they just finished with the chorus. Okay, then I will just skip everything else.
I mean, you basically told the entire performance, so I think you got the picture. Okay, so I will try to make it short. I will just skip a few parts. What I thought was really interesting is in the beginning. First, Yeso's dress. I mean, I'm not. And once again, I think I said a familiar thing in the first episode of the podcast. I'm not that familiar with Alice in Wonderland, but I guess this some kind of this dress that she's wearing in the story.
I was thinking about who she would play. Which character she could.
I think this is the style of this blue light
dress?
blue thing. It reminds me of it, but I could be wrong there, but I think that's it. Also, a little detail that I really liked is when she was walking past the dancers, how they like let the flowers bloom with every step she took there. It was a nice little detail. And then to see her transform after she entered the new realm. Or whatever, this unmagical underwater world. I don't know, maybe we then jumped into Ariel. Not quite sure. But it was an underwater theme, which was really cool. Even though their outfits did not really match an underwater world. But details. Another thing that I really liked when we go into the chorus, I really like this combination of Rollin and pool party, it wasn't as smooth as I would have hoped for. So I don't think the combination is as perfect as you think. But it is a really good one. So I enjoyed listening to it, and I liked the initial idea already, but then see it actually brought together was a really cool move, and I thought they executed that pretty well. One thing that I kind of have to question is when we had Eugen stepping into this soap water bath there, did they not practice this beforehand? Like, did no one ever get the idea that this could cause problems when she is stepping with her shoes into a slippery liquid during the performance? Like, or because the thing is, I do kind of get that probably the initial idea was that you have on the outside of this ring, like the inner outside, there were 2 rings basically. There was supposed to be the like the soap water, so you could make this like bubble around her, which was an amazing idea, by the way. I loved that effect. It was really smart, was cute, and the way Eugen played with it was also adorable. But you could see, if you watch a performance, you can see that even before she is stepping into it, in this middle ring where she is standing, there already also is this liquid. And either in practice this never happened, or in practice they never used the soap water, or something went wrong during the performance, that the water was flowing into the middle. Because I can't imagine that this happened during practice, because then everyone must have realized, okay, this that doesn't work, not with that thing. We need something that really prevents the water from flowing inwards.
But I'm pretty sure they have trained it, because there are many things you can do pretty much wrong if you wouldn't train this. It seems simple, but there are little short things you need to do right.
Theoretically, I'd give you I would say you're right, but in the last performance of Kep1er, we had a similar scene with the flags, where they also said that they didn't really properly train with the flags. So I'm getting a bit suspicious that maybe not all of the props were trained with properly before. Maybe, and I'm not. This is not Kep1er's fault at all. But maybe this was an idea that came in last minute. Something like this. Someone was like, "Hey, it would be cool if she's standing there, and then you're taking the bubble up, and maybe one day before, and something like this." It just felt a bit strange to me. This whole setup, because, in my opinion, instantly when you were having the idea, you must think about that possibility. But yeah, maybe it was just like in the WJSN performance with the hourglass, something just broke in a way, and then it turned out like this. But still, overall, cool idea. And even though it was slippery then for Eugen, she managed to perform really, really well. I didn't notice at all during the performance. I haven't
noticed as well. Of course, there are some things you can't see if you don't watch at the legs, if she kind of slides. I don't know. That's not something we or many people might see.
If you pay attention to it, you can see it. But normally, you simply don't see it. Yeah. Then of course, the dance break part they were doing, I really liked the energy in there. I liked the use of those bars, and of course, I mean, in my opinion, the backflip shouting is not even the coolest thing about her part there. In my opinion, the coolest thing is right after it. When she's doing the backflip and the dance break is reaching its climax, and she's jumping up and staring almost aggressively happily into the camera. That was such a badass move, in my opinion. And then this power pose at the end when she was throwing her hand up in the air. like so badass. I love this move. It was overflowing with energy, the energy that I love to see. And yeah, afterwards it was just so much fun to see the girls there on the middle stage performing, having fun with the audience and stuff. It was really, really cute. And overall, I'm a huge fan of the performance. It was not perfect, in my opinion. Like, the song itself was really good, but I can't say that it is something I really need to listen to again. It didn't catch me that much in that regard, I have to admit. But as a performance, I highly enjoyed each and every second of it. Now,
Okay.
that was the end. That concludes the performance. And yeah, as you already said, at the end of the performance, something happened. The girls left the stage, and we saw Dayeon crying. This is exactly what we saw in the teaser. And yeah, the reason for it is she really like fell from the stage during this ending part. Like, was 10 seconds before the song was ending. She was like too far back on this middle stage, and then yeah, with one leg, she just stepped down from the stage and yeah, fell between the stage and the seat that was there from one of the viewers. And I mean, the problem with that is it's not like it. And this is something I also want to say, Dayeon, I know you're listening. It did stuff like this does not like damage the performance. It does not make the performance worse, even if you see it, and I didn't see it. If you pay attention to it, if you know what happens, then you can see it. But otherwise, you don't. But she was sliding down there, and the problem there is you can get hurt by that really, really fast. Like, if you're sliding down like this, you can like strain your ankle. You can easily break something there on your ankle. Can really, 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 really end badly. So I'm super glad that Dayeon did not like seriously get hurt. At least it didn't look like she got. And it looks like Dayeon is someone who's getting hurt often when preparing for this, because if you pay attention, in that part where she's sitting on the box on the entrance that Yeso took, she is like lying on her side, and her legs are kind of stretched out, and you can see on her legs a really big like blue part, and it looked like she hurt herself there too prior to this performance. So maybe she just got bad luck with this performance, I'm not sure. But this was really a nerve-wracking moment, in my opinion. But you have also to add there that she, despite the lack of like experience she has, she managed it like a pro. Like, she dragged herself up, got back on stage, and for the ending part, when they're all lying on the ground, she basically jumped from that position into her part on the ground to yeah, make it look as smooth and yeah, wanted as possible. And mad respect for that. And for that, for once, I can really understand the tears, because this, for one, is a shocking moment, and secondly, a moment where like this entire competition could have been over for her in that moment if she's just falling wrong. So, yeah. And maybe this is something Mnet will also consider next time they're building their stages. Maybe. Probably not, but I hope.
But yeah, she really did manage it pretty well. What I wanted to say was, like, when I rewatched it, basically, I thought in the first time that that you can't see it, because I haven't seen it, and I thought like I would have seen it if they would have shown it, like if this would have been on the camera from the performance. So I thought like they were maybe looking to the right, like they're changing, making close-ups, and she was immediately on the stage again. Like, she did, I don't know, she needed like maybe 2 or 3 seconds, not even more. Like, she dropped down, and instantly decided to get on the stage again. And so I thought it would be, maybe it happened in a time where, I don't know, Mnet was doing a close-up or something like that. But when I rewatched it, yeah, you can definitely see it, like that she is dropping, in the left behind, that she's dropping there, but instantly recovering from it. And I don't know, like that was pretty. That's a pretty hard thing. I mean, of course, I see the points you said with that she did from shock and she could have get hurt more or stuff like that. But I even would say I can even understand the theme of, or the reason of crying for that one, or being super sad for that one, because that's not a that's a mistake, especially for the audience there. Everyone was seeing it, like you can, that's something you see 100%. And she is like, oh, and she's obviously like, Jesus, that was a mistake, like everyone saw it. And that is bringing us, I don't know, down to I don't know where, but that was, I guess that was something she was talking herself as well about, like she's not really hurt physically, but yeah, she had the feeling that she messed up the performance completely, like, yeah. And that's something, I mean, in my opinion, like, I think in many opinions that's nothing, I don't know, can happen. Like, it's, she was dancing super energetic. Even that, I saw even that, because when I watched the performance, I was a bit looking on her because I wanted to see if you can see it when she dropped. And I even had the feeling, like, when I watched her dancing, she was super energetic doing the moves. Like, she did them so strong, and she was so on the back of the stage. Like, yeah, she haven't expected it, but doing the strong move and then dropping with one leg on, yeah, behind the stage seemed super scary. I am super glad that she, yeah, has not hasn't hurt that much in that case. And I don't know, for the performance, it's something I personally, I don't know, it's not making the performance for me any worse or something like that. I don't know. It's not something I would consider for any rating if someone happens something like that. But yeah, I can see the point of the worrying about it.
My problem is that she is really worrying about this, because if you mess up on stage with executing dance moves wrong, then this is something where I can understand that you're worrying, that you say, okay, oh no, they will deduct points for this because maybe they will think I didn't train enough and stuff like this. This is something different than falling from stage.
Yeah.
Like, falling from stage, this is not something that happens because you haven't trained properly or stuff like this. No, this is just something that can happen through, like, the fire of the performance, when you're, like, so into it that maybe you're just just make one step too much or something like this. So if there is something I would not deduct points for, then it is a mistake like this, because this is really not the fault of an artist. Like, I'm always the opinion that making a mistake on stage is just humanly, and that can happen. And if it doesn't, I mean, okay, if you don't dance at all anymore, or if you don't like dance properly in any way throughout the performance, then okay, then deduct points. But if you're making a single mistake on stage, yeah, well, that can happen, and that shouldn't be too much of a criteria for deducting points, in my opinion. But something like this has absolutely nothing to do with the quality of the performance, in my opinion. But I don't know how the audience there is seeing it, but if they're seeing it differently, then they're idiots. I'm sorry.
I mean, there are 100% people that are thinking like that. 100%. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a reason to be sad about it. But yeah.
There are assholes on this planet, I know. Okay, next up, we are jumping to the performance of Hyolin, and Hyolin performed So What by LOONA originally. Before she decided on So What, she had multiple songs she wanted to choose from. So the top 3 for her were PTT, Why Not, and So What.
I can't.
Absolutely. But let's say it is true, then I'm completely disappointed in her, because honestly, I love all 3 songs. I understand why in the end you would go with one of these 3, but that you're not even considering taking a solo song of them or a unit song of them. Like, LOONA has so many songs you can choose from, and then that you say, okay, I'm going either with PTT, Why Not, or So What. There I was sitting there like, I mean, I'm happy that you go with So What. It's one of my absolute favorites, but at least consider others. Come on, there's so many amazing songs.
Yeah, like
it just hurts me, as a fan.
She just could go for here Mnet is filming. I'm just presenting solos, even if I know what I want to do, as she did with the 3 songs. I'm 100%. She was 100% into. I want to do So What, and she just was writing the 3 down for content. And even then, she could have bring something like, but let me think about, there are solos, no? And then she can kind of, Mnet can
just
cut
lie.
solos.
Just lie.
Yeah. Just thinking about it. That's enough. Mentioning it.
I mean, there's the question. Does she know about the solos? Maybe she just completely did not know about them. I don't know. But yeah, this is just something as a fan of LOONA, where I was thinking like, come on. It's just at least say one solo or one unit song. But yeah, okay. In the end, it was So What. She decided to go with that. And afterwards, we see her in the recording studio and doing the recordings and editing completely herself, which is really cool and impressive. So mad respect for that. And you could see her determination while doing this. And while she was sitting there and preparing the song, she got encouraging text and video messages by LOONA. Like, she got basically spammed with it. Got showered with love. And it was also interesting that she said the reason for choosing the song and the concept she in the end chose was that she wanted to do something completely different from what she did in the first round. In the first round, you remember the concept was like this tropical festival, really colorful and happy, and she wanted to do the exact opposite. That's why she went with the black leather Catwoman concept for So What, which of course also is a concept which basically just suits So What a lot. So that was cool to see her way of thinking there. And then we saw her struggling a lot with that freaking hoop. She took lessons to master this beast. And it was quite entertaining to see how she was hanging in this thing and trying to pull herself up. And almost, I felt like almost got a bit annoyed when the teacher said, okay, I have a new move for you. And she was like, oh, god damn it, not a new one. Yeah, okay, show me. But it was cool. It was a nice idea. And in the end, she also gave a little quote there. I want to perform it well and present it to them, with that she means LOONA, as a gift. Now the question is, was it a good gift?
Yeah, let's see. So in the last podcast, I was kind of praising the little intro we got, kind of. I mean, it was not the whole intro; it was kind of a little.
Yeah, the teaser we got for it.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks. Teaser. Jesus. Today my brain is kind of stopped working. Um and yeah. I cause what I really loved in even in the teaser is the vibe. I really love the vibe from this mysterious night feeling vibe. That's something I really like. And yeah, she played with that. I personally, I have to say that there are people that are thinking a bit different about it, but I really love the simple but
Who would dare?
the simple but in my opinion cool and genius idea to just put the moon into the new performance, fitting with her kind of Catwoman theme she's going to do. I mean, that's kind of yeah, going into another thing. Like it's a whole overall cool, well thought theme. Um, that we will or we can see it in the or through the performance. It's more a thing for the intro. The performance overall hasn't that much to do with a cat or with Catwoman at all. But
You could basically say nothing.
nothing. The only thing that stands is more the how Hyolin kind of said she wanted to do how did she call it? Um, she don't want to be a villain, but somehow a more
Anti-hero?
yeah, kind of that, I guess. And she wants to present yeah, it, um, yeah, kind of attitude, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Some I don't know what 100% she called it, but yeah, she wanted to present a kind of woman, kind of like that, and a kind of expression, kind of attitude, something like that. I don't know which exactly she called out. And I guess that was something she did over the whole performance. Like she had, uh, yeah, that kind of attitude. But overall, yeah, I really liked the start of it with the moon and the mysterious vibe and stuff like that. And yeah, so the intro was pretty cool. And then the transition into the yeah song came, and that was kind of surprising. I haven't really thought about a transition like that, but in my opinion, the transition was pretty cool. Super like super cool. I would say super cool. I really liked it. Even by watching the performance again, I was like, "Damn, the transition is cool." I love it. And yeah, then she started to sing. She sang, yeah, so what? And something I said in the preparing when we watched it was like, she has to change it pretty much because she can't stay as one person. She can't stay. So what? How it was built? How it was written for 12 people? Like this is the that is the most part changing song, or one of the most part changing songs in K-pop, I would say.
But if you somehow pull it off, that would be like the ultimate alpha move.
Yeah, of course. So what did Hyolyn? She really didn't change it super much. She just did many harmonizings through the performance. Like she can't be able to sing everything of that live, but she combined it with some super cool and yeah, we have to point this out once again. She made it her own, like alone. She made it on her own, and that sounded so cool and so fitting. Like I really loved how, yeah, she was singing parts live and some other parts that were there she couldn't sing live because they were harmonizing into her singing parts, was just super cool made. And she even changed a bit of yeah the vocal parts a bit, the kind of how you sing it, because yeah, for LOONA's original So What, it was more like a aggressive forward, kind of sing-talking stuff, and she vocalized it a bit more. It's Hyolin, and we know Hyolin, and we could have imagined that she's going for something like that. So she vocalized the parts she sang live a bit more, and yeah, had the harmonizings a bit more in the original style, and I really loved the combination out of it. That was such a cool idea and executed amazing. Um, and yeah, she did even a bit of more highlights. I would say, like little going up with the notes and stuff like that, to make little highlights in the verse. And yeah, then she was from the middle stage where she started, was going through the first verse on the main stage, and there she was yeah, kind of going for the chorus. And then the drop to the chorus came, and it was first. I don't know if you can call it an anti-drop, but it was, yeah, like there were it was nearly a cappella, like there were just drums, I guess, or something. Um, not nothing more for the first part of the chorus, and then it changed with a second drop, yeah, into the instrumental version of her chorus. um, and even for the chorus, it sounded pretty similar, but she once again changed it to her own vocal color a bit, and changed the top line a bit, like uh she made a bit out yeah, own, like an own version of the bad 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 as example, vocalized this once again a bit more. And I have to say, this sounded so cool. Like I'm super amazed how she really did a cool mash up with her kind of own, so with her own, like she with the harmonizings she has that are pretty on the original vibe, and then giving her own style into the portions she's singing live is so cool. And I don't know how, but somehow maybe just because she has a feeling for making making this pretty good. Um, in my opinion, she really did an amazing job with that. Um, so then the second verse was coming up. I guess in that part she's going to the other side of the stage and was doing some stuff there. But I guess there she changed, yeah, a bit more. Like the second verse was sounding pretty different in my opinion to the original. So what? Once again, changing the top line. I really loved this as well. I don't know. I can't say more. It's kind of through the performance that she just changed it a bit. Like it's through the whole performance that she kind of combined this original style with the harmonizings and her own style, with some own top lines. It's just, I don't know. It was a cool idea, and I'm impressed that, I don't know. Of course, I haven't expected it. I would have expected that she's, yeah, just making a bit more um out of it to sing it alone, and not so much harmonizing stuff. And I don't know. I just imagined something totally different. Um, but yeah, chorus came again, and after that chorus, so after the second chorus, it's time for the dance break. We already know it. Everyone has to do a dance break. We know the rule. And there was a surprising, yeah, drop, cause there was a PTT drop. Like, we take the little post chorus instrumental from PTT, and I guess she even mixed parts. I guess she mixed LOONA vocals in this. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say something wrong, but it sounded like a mix out of LOONA's original PTT post chorus. So I don't know if it was her own voice or cause in somehow it sounded a bit like LOONA's vocals, but I'm not 100% sure about it. But that was pretty cool. It kind of sounded like a little remix out of PTT, and yeah, she dropped in that one for the dance break. Was a surprising drop because for this time Mnet hasn't really spoiled it. Mnet normally loves to spoil everything, like literally everything. But we haven't seen her, thinking about to taking PTT somehow into this. But she did for a little short time, just for the dance break. But in my opinion, it was such a cool thing. After the dance break, she was going into the bridge, and the bridge, whoo! She slayed the bridge. The bridge, Jesus! Like I know, like we know she can sing, but wow, I guess this kind of bridge is pretty much her style if it comes to Hyolin's vocal side, because she has a performance focus. But if we go to Hyolin's vocal focus, I guess this kind of so what bridge really fits her, and she embraced it completely. Like it felt like she was listening to the bridge and was like, okay, I feel that I will take the bridge how the bridge is, and she just sang it pretty well. I loved it, and after that, before going into last chorus, she was doing a little thing I want to give her as well. Like she was interacting with the crowd. Like that's something not so many people are doing, but she I don't know, I guess in that kind of performance, and for her it was a pretty easy thing to just interact with the crowd. I really loved it. And after that she was going into the final chorus, and once again she needs to do high notes over high notes. But I think it turned out pretty well, because she really took a big focus on her vocals there. And in my opinion, she really slayed this, and she slayed this live. So I'm super impressed by her performance.
Yeah,
By
I
the
will
way,
give you guys.
I really love the song, so I would listen to this on Spotify, by the way, because it gives another feeling. It's once again one of these songs. You can give me LOONA's So What and her So What, and I would say like this feels totally different. So it's a pretty cool addition to a playlist, in my opinion.
Yeah, I will give you guys some time now to skip to the next section. In case you want to end it on that note, the topic is So What by Hyolin. If not, you've been warned. So, where do I start? Okay, first things first. I give her credit for the courage of going into this hoop and flying up the stage so high. This is really not an easy thing to do, and it was impressive how she was sitting in there. And I mean, I didn't see that she was like somehow strapped onto the hoop or something like this. So this was pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
But for that, I give her mad props. But I'll be completely honest. This thing in the hoop, the idea is better than the execution. Because as soon as she's moving in that thing, it looks a bit clunky. And this is basically, I guess, just due to the fact that, well, it's pretty damn high. And of course, the lack of experience. But every time when she's like moving around, this thing is shaking a lot, and she has to rebalance it and stuff until she is finally reaching the ground. So, yeah, mad respect for the idea, but I'm not that big fan of the execution. And then on the ground, I do get that she wanted to go with the Catwoman theme there, but then she, it looked almost like she struggled a tiny bit with taking off that cat mask in the beginning. At least it felt like it took just like half a second too long, which is not a big point, like a big criticism point, but I just point this out because I don't see the necessity for it. Because in the rest of the performance, as I already said, there is nothing Catwomanish whatsoever. So you could have just left that out. And it wouldn't have made a difference. So it irritated me a bit. But overall, the beginning, even though I have these critic points there, it was a cool idea. And she has absolutely my respect for that. The song itself. Well, I honestly can't say that I enjoy it in any way. There is so much that I dislike about it. Like the music overall that we can hear apart from her singing is okay for me at best. And there's one big problem that I already have had for this entire song and performance that I've already had in the first performance of Hyolin. I don't, for a lot of time, I don't feel that what she is singing there on top of that music is matching. Because I feel like Hyolin likes her really powerful and, yes, really impressive high note belting skill too much and tries to push that into every song. And here for So What, she did that to such an extent over and over and over again, even in sections where I really did not understand why she did it there. That it started to really lose me. Every time when she started to do the like high notes and belting out the notes, I was like, yes, theoretically impressive, but in combination with what I'm hearing, really not cool. So that did not work out for me at all. The thing is, I say that as someone who is seeing the performance on the screen. What I definitely think is that when you're in the crowd there seeing this, then this performance is really, really cool. Because you see her energy right in front of you. You can basically feel the power behind her voice every time when you're standing in the crowd. I feel like every time when you're in the crowd and she's doing those notes, it feels like it's slapping you into the face in a good way. And I bet I would enjoy it if I am there. But if I'm at home just listening to the song, or if I'm watching this performance, I can't say that this feeling is transporting to me in any way. It's just started to get annoying. The more, I feel like it kind of tears the song apart every time when she's screaming into the microphone at places where I don't feel like it belongs there. So yeah, this is one point of criticism that I have with the song. Then the performance itself, I was a bit disappointed by it, honestly, because a lot of the performance is just her running from one point to the other through the stage. And again, this is something cool for the audience there. That is seeing her circling around them and like, okay, now I'm close to her, okay, now I'm close to her and stuff. This is cool for the audience there. But if I'm sitting in front of my screen seeing this, then I'm a bit underwhelmed when I see her, okay, now she's walking to that point, now she's walking to that point, and at times it looked like she rushed from one point to the other. Like the way she was moving from one point to the other was not in a like set rhythm, but sometimes she walks fast and suddenly really slow until she reached that point, then she speed up again. which was a bit strange for me to look at. And yeah, something she has no responsibility for, but I did not really like is the video in the background because it was highly distracting. Like these neon green colors that are splashing there over and over and over again took a lot of focus from Hyolin herself, which is just sad. Because I want to focus on her. The video is just supposed to be an addition. There are moments when it works, like when you have this not burning city, but the city with the red color theme in the background, or with the blue color theme and the raindrops running down the video. This looks really cool. And when she's belting out the high note and the light is like on spot just on her, with the dancers in the background. These are impressive images. This is cool to see. But then we're jumping into the part where she is running over the entire stage. Speeding up, slowing down, then turning around into the camera, doing one move, then turning back again and walking backwards strangely. This is just, I don't know. For me, this felt like she wanted to be at a lot of different places, but she didn't really think about what she could do in between to connect these position changes. And the thing is, we had that with another performance too, we're going to talk about later on. But there it worked for a different reason, for a certain reason, I mean. That I will talk about then when we talk about it. But here the problem is just Hyolin is alone, and then stuff like this simply, I just see it because the camera is on her all the time. And then this just, for me personally, really takes a lot from the impact and the feeling of the stage. So overall, I can say, yes, the stage is theoretically maybe cool for the people there, but for me as a viewer from far away, I can say it didn't get me at all. I don't like what she has done with the song. It is impressive that she did it personally, but I can say that I am a fan of it, and yeah. So that's the end of my little critique.
I love the stage. The portion more you don't do it, so like stage gets enough love. It's no problem.
Next up, we come to. I just want to go to the next topic. Next up, BBG. BBG performed Unnatural by WJSN. And, well, in the beginning, they also talked about what could we do? What song could we choose? And they talked a bit about Secret, and they talked a bit about I Wish, because this is little side fact, the favorite WJSN song of Chinbi, which Unso knew, of course. These two, seriously, if they don't get like a unit song after Queendom, I'll be like super pissed. Because Korea needs to witness this. I want to see a performance of these two on stage. Going to be glorious. And
Bitte.
Bitte? Yeah.
Sorry. I would love to have a diss battle between them, please.
Let's do it. That's just a rap battle, and I can diss each other while doing so.
Yeah, and that's something you do as a song then. So like, first verse Unso, second verse Shinbi, and in the third verse they are kind of clashing.
The entire song is just a big diss.
Yeah,
against each other.
Let's go for it. Okay, and that's
all right.
You know.
Yeah, in the end, they went with Unnatural because they wanted to do similar to Hyolin, actually. They wanted to do something that is really different from the first stage they have done. And in Time for the Glory, you remember they had those white dresses. It was really melancholic. And now they wanted to do something with like stronger colors. They wanted something more charismatic and, of course, sexy. So they went with Unnatural because that was the most natural choice for this for the strategy of them. So we saw a bit of behind the scenes snippets of Chinbi and OMG being the new main rapper of the K-pop industry, with recording EXI's rap part with changed lyrics. And they struggled a bit in the beginning, but at least the snippets made it look like they got it relatively fast, like they finished it relatively fast. And then it was time for Unha. And Unha struggled a lot with the really, really, really unnatural hey part, because the really, really, really was difficult for her to say. And she asked OMG for input, and of course, with the input of her beloved Magne, it was an easy thing. Afterwards, she nailed it easily, I'd say. And this is unfortunately not where Unha's struggle ended, because it continued in the choreo practice. As you will hear later on, or as you have, of course, already seen, because you have seen the performance, guys. You have seen the performance. If not, stop this stupid podcast and watch this performance. Much more important than we. So, she has this little solo choreo part where she's flying gracefully through the air and doing splits. And this is something she really struggled a lot with. Because she had the problem that she can't, stretch her legs completely. You know, she can't put her legs really straight, which I can completely understand because I'm unable to do that too. So, Unha, I feel you. I absolutely feel you there. And what was really cute, after this, we got a little narration of Chinbi over clips of Unha, where she said that Unha is just overall a really bright person who always tries to be optimistic, but due to the pressure and responsibility of the show and the performances, she's struggling quite a lot. So if you have a tiny bit of experience with Mnet, you may know that this could lead to a drama moment within the show, within the performance, after the performance, who knows? The question is this drama, is it really happening, or is it just, as always with Mnet, hot air and nothing else? That is what I'm asking you right now.
Can there be drama if perfection exists, or if we talk about perfection?
Okay, he's dropping the perfection card, guys.
So let's see. So the performance. Where do I start?
Pretty basic. We can jump to the next one.
Oh, Jesus.
Instantly I have to close my channel now.
And guys, you know how much I talk about the performances. Like I take a bit time for that mostly.
Yeah, unlike the other performances.
I mean all three in that case this time. Cause I want to say for VIVIZ, there of course I will talk a bit more about it, but if you think I talk the most about it, okay, then just wait.
The pure pressure right now.
So let's start just with the theme. We got Tango, Unnatural. What an idea! What an amazing idea! But what an unique idea as well. Like, that's super interesting. And Tango has this little element that Tango is playing very often. I mean, most of the time with the colors red and black. And Give me a second, guys. But this is my most loved combination of colors. If you want to take black as a color, whatever. But black and red, Jesus. So the whole theme overall leads to perfection based on that. If it comes to the genre, pretty cool. And yeah, then I don't know. I talked about it, or we talked about it in the last podcast once again. We had a little teaser where we started with the intro of BBG's performance, and this intro is amazing. Like I really love it. This hyping up intro, and then the flags are going away, like revealing the three of them, and they are going to pose. Just that is like, I could just loop this one. I could just loop this scene, and I would be fulfilled with enjoyness. Exists this word? I don't know.
No. But I think we get what you mean.
Okay, cool.
You will just be filled with joy.
Thanks. Yes. Yeah, and then the OMG is sitting on the stairs and looking to the. She's looking to
right.
the. She's. If we
or from her side to the
left, right, exactly. I wanted to check out this. Like she's looking at the left side, and the Unmis are sitting there over a mirror. Super cool idea. Simple but cool idea. Una starting the song. Like you can see her in the mirror. Making the flowers. The flowers are getting wished away from the
wiped.
Jesus, today isn't my day.
No, I like wished more, honestly. This only makes sense if you speak German, but
yeah,
I like it.
Yeah, I know.
They're all sitting there. What wish? What the hell does he mean with wish right now? What's he wishing for?
The flowers were wiped away from the mirror, and Una got revealed doing her part. Then the transition into Shinbi was just. It was the typical Unbi thing. Like you in every performance you need this at least one Unbi moment, and you just get this at the beginning of the performance. This is just
and like every performance you have to take literally. Like even if it is not BBG, yes, every performance. I don't care who you are, but there has to be an Unbi moment.
Yeah, of course. Oh man. And yeah, so that was the first like the start of the first verse. Going into OMG's part. Is this already the that's not the pre-chorus, but that's such a cool part. I really love, by the way, how they kinda just had today, guys. Today isn't my day. Part of the song, the verses, they sang, cause once
split?
again I'm split. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, split the song. So the parts of the song to them. Like I don't know. I guess BBG did it once again perfectly to give everyone the part that fits the most, kind of. At least it felt like, cause when OMG was doing her part, it felt like from the voice color once again, super cool transition from Shimmy to OMG. I really loved it. So if we go to the first chorus, you might get a different. So even if you haven't get a different feeling in the verse, cause it started pretty similar from the calm kind, like Unnatural started in the same kind of like not the same, but in a decent, not decent. Jesus,
Similar.
Kinda similar, yeah, kinda similar vibe. But when the chorus drop comes in, at latest there you might feel difference, cause they were go with the Tango version, and that even means fitting their voice color, cause you don't have someone like Yeonjung in BBG from voice color here. So they rearranged the song and they rearranged it to a more
It's overall softer.
softer version, yeah. Like Una comes in with her really unnatural, and you immediately get another feeling. Like it's not that someone is belting the notes in your face and you are dropping away from the chair. No, you just get transform to stone while watching and listening to Unha's perfect.
You get charmed by that siren whispering into your ear.
Oh, Jesus, you are amazing. Jesus, that was such a good one.
I feel like I need to put it somehow in the title of the episode.
Everybody can relate to the quote you just did. And yeah, but and of course, when I listened to it the first time, I was like, okay, that's interesting. That's often for me, like even if I really love things, I'm there is this distracting moment, this little when you have a cover in your head kinda, and there's something or there's a drop and then it sounds totally different. And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. And that's such the thing what happens when we get into the first BBG's Unnatural chorus. Later on, when we get to the second chorus, there's another one. Like when we can talk about this then once again. But yeah. And even what I really love at in the chorus is I guess the chorus is the most or the moment where they have put a cool combination out of tango movements and the K-pop choreo. And in my opinion, they really did a cool mashup out of it. Like they combined these two genres so well. This looks so, I don't know. I just love looking at the choreo of this performance because it looks so super unique. And there's such little movements you kind of have in tango, but with the pace of a K-pop choreo kinda, I really, really, really love it. Then we have the first chorus. We are finishing with this. Like, of course, that I have to point out as well. Like Una starting the chorus, and they do this for every chorus, and then we have this little post-chorus section with Shinmi and Omji, where they kind of not swap, but singing. How do you call this?
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Abwechseln?
Well, they take turns.
Yeah, they kind of take turns. Like it's a little four-phrase post-chorus, and how they just swap between them. It's super cool and fits the chorus perfectly. And that's something that sounds a bit more like from the original Unnatural, but still it still gives this super cool tango vibe. Going into the second verse, and now we are talking about it, and I can talk about it as well. So we all know in the second verse we have XC's rap, and what happened with the rap? Gfriend's main rapper, formerly the main rapper Someone, is not in BBG. So as BBG,
otherwise that would have been unfair. Come on.
Exactly. So VVG kind of needed to, look at it and had to think about it. Who can pull it off the best? And I guess we talked about it sometimes where were thinking about who would rap the most, and we were thinking about Shinbi and Omji, and they just did it both. Like
surprise!
Like that's something. It's super cool in my opinion. They kind of split the rap verse. Shinbi with a more so both of them had a really deep voice there. Shimmy starting with the more actual rap. What I really loved at Omji's rap portion was that they once again implemented this style with the harmonizing, and in my opinion that is something concept-wise, voice-wise, and so music-wise that fits Omji's singing style so well. Like that was not the first time where in a song she got something like that. If we look at what's it called, Better Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a Latin vibe, and there she had these portions as well. And I think that's something that fits Omji so well, and I really love it. Like that was something where it was like, Jesus, this is a little thing in the song, but every time this is like approaching, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy that these little harmonizing things are in it. That's something like I haven't expected, and if they wouldn't have made it, I wouldn't be sad about it, because I wouldn't have imagined it. But now knowing that it actually sounds so good, I don't want to miss it, and this is such an amazing, cool little thing. I want to highly praise. After that, after the rap verse, it's time for Unna with the with the background dancers in a row and chairs doing sexy, and I want to point out the word sexy.
The word.
Body waves.
Body wave.
Okay, well, that turned out interesting. But I really loved it. Of course. And if this is approaching, I'm like, if I'm seeing this, I'm like, Unna, you knew it. She knew it. But she killed it. I really loved it that she got a little portion like that. And then after that, of course, we are going into the second chorus, and this one is a bit more upbeat, because in the first one, that was pretty soft, and the second one was going a bit more upbeat. Drums got into the instrumental as well. I have to say, I love the overall, I love progression in songs. Like if you have progression in the choruses and that, I really love it. I'm a huge fan of that. It's a thing. I add to nearly every song that has something like that, and so I really loved it in that one as well. And I will talk about it later on in the third chorus, because I'm 100% sure that changed out there then. But from vocal wise, there aren't that much main changes to the chorus. I guess there were some choreo changes even in the second chorus, right? I feel like there were some little changes.
Yeah, I think so.
Something I really love as well, especially later on. And after the second chorus, they were going into the bridge, and I have to say the bridge, bringing the vibe, was pretty similar to the original one, but once again, you don't have we have Onna here and not Yeonjung, so of course Onna is voice wise totally giving different vibes. So yeah, she music wise, instrumental wise, that's not that's a similar vibe, but Una doing the bridge and the high notes is just giving a more softer vibe, and I really love it. Just still fitting to the super cool Tango vibe concept, and yeah, after that, we were going into the dance break. Every performance needs a dance break. And yeah, we kind of start the dance break that was pretty interesting. Like seeing the constellation of Omji. So with the background dancer, we see that for a short moment, and then swapping immediately the camera to the left to Shinbi doing her amazing. Everyone was getting wet while watching it. Everyone was crying Shinbi Oni.
I lost my shit.
While she was doing it. I mean, Jesus, she did so. Her seeing dancing is so amazing. Like even the little I call it bumping on the bottom and immediately coming to the top again. That's something. I don't know how much strength you need in your legs for that, but Jesus, she did it with
main dancer strength.
Yeah, I mean, for real. And yeah, she of course killed it. I really loved it. Then we got Omji's little part with the stick, in her hand. I feel like that's something. Yeah, kind of in K-pop. It's kind of likely to implement something this as a prop for dance breaks. At least I got the feeling because I see it.
No wonder it's amazing prop.
Yeah, of course. And
it's so good.
And how she played with it was so cool. And yeah, after that, we saw Una with the lucky male dance partner there. Yeah, maybe I'm a bit angry, but maybe just maybe. Yeah, doing the little part with Una. In my opinion, she slayed the part. How, if there was a drama, whatever, I don't want to talk about that. That's not my part. She slayed it.
Okay, he's giving it to me. All right.
She slayed it. When I watched it,
the bearer of bad news. I'll change my channel name.
When I watched it, I was like, I'm satisfied. So I haven't seen something bad there. And what everyone was doing for the let me get a second. So the dance break even had another part. Like everyone got rid of their dresses in that moment. Like Shinmi when she started
the skirts, yeah,
the skirts exactly. Like everyone who started like their dance portions, they got rid of their skirts and then revealed kind of I mean a bit more of them. And they were going to the final course, and there they changed up the choreo even more. Like they not just changed their visual appearance because of, I mean, it was a little just get rid of one thing, but somehow appearance wise it gets you another feeling. Like, and they even changed a bit the choreo based on it. I had the feeling like doing more like this hand and leg combination moves and little steps. And I really loved this little tango dance steps. And it was such a cool mashup. Perfectly executed. Like, really perfectly executed. Like, if Shinmi made much out of participated much in the choreo, like, she's a genius. Like, literally. So
I mean, it's not like something new.
I mean, you're right.
Genius swung.
Like, that was so good. And of course, we know the girls are super good at dancing. They are like dancing and synchronized dancing and stuff like this. They are ace for that. But like, for them, not just doing a performance, doing dance breaks, but changing up every chorus choreo with different tango steps is so cool. And that even gives you another feeling if you see the performance. Like, I mean, like, of course, if you just listen to the song, there isn't that much change. But if you have the song on your ears and you watch the performance and there's different choreo, it just gives you another vibe as well. And I really love it because that makes it a bit more exciting as well. And I mean, I have to say, there is a limit of excitement I can hold. Like, Unnatural is mostly about breathtaking moments, and I have to say they embraced the meaning of the lyrics at the fullest. It was literally breathtaking, like especially for me. I don't know, to make a little ad. In my reaction, I was like, so if you want to see someone who
now he's even promoting himself.
Exactly.
Disgusting.
So if you want to see someone literally losing breath, just watch the reaction. It's not a long one. For long reactions, still stay on this channel. Here you get the total analyzing and fandom delivered reactions you want to get sometimes.
A man gotta do what a man gotta do.
And yeah, so I really loved it. And the last thing I wrote down, because that's something I really appreciate. For the last chorus, they even implemented the key choreo from Unnatural. This laying your hand on the shoulder of the member part. I really love it. I really love that they didn't get totally rid of it. I really love that they bring that in. And perfection. Guys, perfection. And my breath is kinda I don't have much left, so I will close it here. For my for my part of the BBG opinion talking. Now I will lay back and be just a part of the audience, mute myself and just enjoy what you have to say.
Get ready, guys. You're in for a treat. Okay. BBG. Where do I start? Well, first things first. Unnatural is my absolute favorite WJSN song. So, you maybe can kind of predict or guess my excitement that I felt when it was announced. Okay, honestly, when I read it on Twitter beforehand, but when it was actually announced that they are going to perform Unnatural, I was so hyped, exactly because of what we got. Because I did not expect a Tango version. Not in my like wildest dreams. I would have expected that this would happen. But I already thought that they would go with a song like this, especially because the other WJSN songs are just so dreamy and something that is not so far off of what BBG has already done. So I expected that they wanted to do something that is not like the usual thing that you are used to from Gfriend and BBG. So that was already one thing that made me almost lose my mind. Of course, then when it was revealed, like how they look, their style, which is a topic on its own, which will be talked about later on, guys. Don't worry about that. I got your back. That blew me away, and then it was actual time to see this performance, and I will try to focus on like a bit of, but you know me, a bit of theory shit. Even though I can say instantly, all the theories that I'm going to present to you, it's not that much, and what you're going to hear probably bullshit. But well, you are here and you have to deal with it now. So your fault. First thing that we see from the performance in the beginning are these different colored roses lying on the ground. And what I really like about this, or what I first thought about when I saw them, is they kind of like resemble the members. Of course, we have 3 different colors supposed to stand for the 3 members, but then I thought for a second, wait a second, what are the colors of the members? I mean, based on Bop Bop, we have red for AyoGG, we have purple for Unha, and we have blue for Chinbi. Now, if we take a look at the roses, we have yellow, red, and pink. So red didn't change at all. Then we have pink, which is like a higher, brighter shade of basically purple. At least a naive idiot like me would say. I have no clue about colors, but that's how I would put it. But then you have the yellow color, which is like, I already said in my reaction, and it turned out I'm not that far off. Basically the exact opposite of blue, because yellow is the complementary color of blue. Now, does this mean anything? I have no clue, but it's quite interesting that we have like the exact different color from what Chinbi is normally like standing for in the BBG universe, here with the color symbolized. So maybe it symbolizes a change. Is it story relevant? Do we see only a slight change in Unha and no change at all in AyoGG? Did Chinbi change a lot? Is this maybe, do we see here in the performance a change? Well, we will see. Interesting is, after we slowly fade away and we zoom away, I mean, from the flowers, we see those outstandingly cool, like seriously outstanding cool flags they have there, and the 2 huge ass banners. Like we have 2 red, and we have multiple red flags and 2 golden BBG banners, and I'm saying it again what I have already said in my reaction, like BPM. I'm really willing to pay a shitload of money for one of those flags. So tell me how, and I will be there. Also interesting, the dancer who's picking up the flowers, throwing them behind the 2 banners, and then the banners are getting ripped apart, and we see the girls like they suddenly started to blooming out of those flowers. Coincidence? Maybe, but I like that little detail. And well, holy shit. I mean, the the charisma that they exceed in this very moment, like the poses they're striking there, completely blew me away. And I want to especially point out the smiles of the two Unbis in that moment. Omji is staring right into our souls, but the Onbis, they're like, all right, guys, we're about to wreck your entire world. They knew what was going to happen. And then, yeah, the seduction started. They were standing on this little stage there, and we're starting to do the tango hip swings on there. God damn it! In front of them, the dancers, who, by the way, I also want to praise a lot, and not just for the BBG stage, but for all of the stages. This is something we also often forget that all of the dancers, they're also always doing such a superb job with what they're doing there. I mean, they also have to prepare for that stuff. They're standing on that stage just like the artists we are there for are doing it. So mad respect to all of them too. Because they are also a huge part for the magic and the glory of all of those amazing stages we luckily get to see in Queendom. And yeah, then we see Omji chilling there and then giving it up to the Unbis. Interesting here is when we cut to the Unbis, like, seriously, my heart started to pound, like, mirror, mirror in the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? And then we see Snow White Unha staring there right at us through the mirror. I felt that moment, guys. I felt it. We're back. We're just back at the fairy tales with this. And then, of course, the camera swing to Chinbi is just a really creative idea. And also cool to see here all the different flower petals that we have here. And I don't know how about you guys, but when I see those flower petals, I always have to think of apple. Like, if you remember the flower petals falling into the wine, turning red, getting tainted. This is just a theme that I got reminded of a lot in this performance. I will reference this a few times. I don't know, probably coincidence there too, but I told you have to bear with me with this stuff. Omji, I will talk about this more later when we come to the solo parts, but she completely, like, all of the girls completely nailed this, but I really have to say Omji completely blew me away. Omji was born for the style, for this concept. She's rocking there. Also, this little part where Omji is like crouching, then Unna's appearing, Omji standing back up, and then we see in the background a dancer emerge from behind Omji. Reminded me again a bit of the first performance of Time for the Glory of G-Friend, where we had that part where Omji was like rising up from behind the dancers, and here we had the dancer getting thrown into the air. In the first like half a second, I thought Unha was the one flying there, but no. But then, of course, you see it is one of the dancers. Would have been fun too, honestly, to see that. How Unha is 2 times flying through the studio in this performance. And yeah, then we come to the chorus, I think. As I said, I don't have the audio right now, but I think I feel it. When the girls are coming together and start to shake the skirts. And I don't know what it is about this tango clothing thing, but the hip swings, how they are like, how they getting like stronger or different kinds of vibes when you have those tango skirts in front of them is so cool. You get this a bit more, I'd say, impactful movements with this, which is really, really, really cool to see. And then in the background, I want to once again point out the video because I feel like, once again, there is a bit of symbolism in the video in the background, like we had in Time for the Glory. Maybe not as much as in Time for the Glory, but there's still some interesting things. Like, for example, we have there this fog often emerging, just like we had in Time for the Glory, which, kind of appeared when the glass bead broke. So I don't know if this is somehow related, but it was interesting for me that we again have the smoke fiend. But of course, this fog smoke thing is also something which basically just matches well with this kind of like, sexy and mature concept that is this Tango version of Unnatural. So it could also be because of that, but I want to link it with my theory, so I just go with it. And we have this white fog also turning red, guys. It is also turning red. After it got out of the glass bead, it slowly turned red. It got consumed by whatever. It got tainted. It got mature. And just like we witnessed in Margot, from now on, there's nothing anymore the girls can do. They can do whatever the hell they want. If they want to be sexy, then they're going to be freaking sexy. They have proven that in that performance. Then, afterwards, I guess I jump. Will I jump to that part? No. Another thing I want to say about the VCR is that we often see there these really big, almost, at some time reminded me a bit of like church windows. You know, this really, really tall ones, and sometimes we saw like white light coming through, then it turned red. Again, going with the storyline of innocence slowly getting tainted from the seduction or whatever. And this is just a really cool image, which actually reminded me a bit of, if you remember GFriend's Flower, the Japanese song they have performed, where they also had this like Spanish matador theme more outfit-wise. And here we have this tango, the tango style. Of course, Flower was a really different song. It was nowhere near as sexy as this Unnatural version, but I felt like these were some kind of nice little nods to that part of GFriend. And yeah, these windows just reminded me a bit of the windows we saw in the music video of Flower. I mean, of course, I don't have the windows right in front of me right now, but I know that they were like really like that big, and that's just enough for me, you know. I'm a simple man. Then, of course, this rap part of Chinbi, followed by AyoGG. I liked that so much, and there could be some people saying now, but whoa. Didn't you say in the WJSN performance that you did not like the rap? Like, can you make up your mind? Yes. Yes. I did not like the rap, but why didn't I like the rap? Well, first, it didn't fit into the song at all. And secondly, I simply don't like if you push a rap into something where it does not belong. And well, in Unnatural, there is a rap. And honestly, the rap is outstanding in Unnatural. I love the rap. The rap is exactly where it belongs, and it sounds like it should in Unnatural, like by WJSN.
This goes to you, XE, by the way.
XE, I love your rap in Unnatural. Big love. By the way, listen to The Light by XE and Key. I'm going to promote this fucking song in every episode.
Oh,
listen to it. Now, where was I? Rap. I really like the version, the rap version of Chinbi and AyoGG, because yes, it was much softer than what XE is normally doing, but from Chinbi and then especially to AyoGG, it felt more, just like the entire stage and the entire version of VIVIZ, more seductive than it did for XE, because when I said that, when you were talking, this like whispering, I said for Unha, this whispering of a siren, I really meant it, and this is the same for the entire song, and especially also here for the rap, because it is just this really smooth whispering of someone to you, the seductive whispering, just like a siren, which I really got reminded often in the song, which is a concept I really like, of course, also because it reminds me of Song of the Sirens. Yes. I'm a G-Friend nerd, I know, but it is the way it is. You signed up for it. You could just end this podcast here, but you don't. You still continue to listen, so don't come to me crying, okay? You secretly want it. So yeah, I really loved the version of Chinbi and Omji here. And I especially liked the ending of the rap with Omji, the way she flew her hair around there at the end, knowing perfectly well how hard she nailed this part right now. And the second, like, when she is throwing up her hair like this and the fire is emerging, it does something to my heart, guys. It seriously does something to my heart. Then, of course, you already spoke about it. Unha's body waves with the dancers, but my favorite part about Unha's moves there is the end of it, because at the end we see Unha suddenly, like, throwing her head to the camera, staring with the most cute, seductive, yet ridiculously cute style I have ever seen in my life, right into the camera. Like, there we have the pinnacle of cutie sexy Unha right in that frame. I absolutely adored it.
She has her own kind of sexiness.
Yeah, and it's outstanding. And I hope she never loses the confidence in it, because she is rocking it outstandingly hard. And yeah, there is also this part where Unha and the other dancers are standing on the chairs and, like, doing gestures with their hand. And yes, guys, I tried to find something. I was sitting there here in before we started recording for like half an hour. I'm not shitting you, and used multiple image manipulation softwares to draw different figures into the hands and postures of the dancers and Unha to see if they're forming something, but I couldn't find anything. First, I thought they are spelling out BBG, but they don't. I thought maybe they're spelling out Nabi. No, they don't, or something like this. So I couldn't make out a proper like form, a proper pattern that they're doing there. So if you know that they're forming something there, let me know, because I really tried hard to find something. I didn't, but still, it looked glorious as fuck, so who cares? It was impactful as hell. Then Omji. Staring into the camera, flirting hardcore with us, and then one of my favorite parts of the entire performance, Omji going down and Chinbi sliding from the right side into the camera. This was just so on point, the way she was sliding in there. It is just, every time when I watch this performance, it is like oddly satisfying to me, like really oddly satisfying. But super cool. Then the girls performing together. I don't think I need to say much about how hard they are nailing the choreo in this part. Much more interesting than the solo parts. And I mean, Chinbi ripping off the skirts just like the girls are ripping the stage. Showing why she is the dancer, guys. The dancer. Doing her moves there, and then the confident spin she's doing at the end, staring at the camera, and then vanishing behind the flex, almost at curtains, behind the flex, of course. And once again, Omji completely, like, holy shit, nailing her part. Like, a cane, I already said it when you spoke, is a classic prop. That is true, but it is such an impactful one if you use it right. And I really had, this also reminded me a bit of G-Friend's performance with the umbrellas. Maybe you guys remembered this stage of G-Friend. I watch it like quite frequently. And it's just, it reminds me of the old times. And on the other hand, I see Omji slaying that part so hard, sexy as hell, and at the end, another part that really blew me away, when Omji is like smashing that cane on the ground, and then that hip movement when she is moving her hip from the left to the right, staring into the camera. This is once again such a like power move. Because what I like so much about Omji in this performance is that every time when she's in frame, I have the feeling that she is like, I am the sexiest motherfucker on this entire planet. And this is exactly what I want to see for a concept like this. It feels like Omji is really living that concept. She's rocking there. So amazing. And then Unha, of course, flying through the air like the butterfly she is. And yes, maybe not 100% perfectly executed, but I'll be completely honest, guys, I didn't notice at all. I didn't notice it. Yes, after we saw how it looked in the practice, okay, I saw it in the performance, but it is basically the same thing I am always saying. It is not that big of a deal. You didn't execute one move perfectly from all of the, like, from this entire performance that slayed so hard. It was so outstandingly good. There was one move that maybe was not 100% as planned. Yeah, so what? It still looked amazing. It looked cool. It didn't bother me at all. And that's all I want to say to that. Then we have the follow-up of the girls coming back together with the torn skirts. And the torn skirts is a really important fact in that moment. Why? Because now we're back at the like unnatural like choreo that we know, with the really subtle hip movements, like the hip swings from left to right that they're doing in the chorus. One of the best parts, absolute best parts in the choreography of Unnatural, and the girls are doing it here in that part. And if they would still be wearing the skirts, you would not see it, because then the movements would be too subtle. So this is a cute little detail which is showing that they really thought a lot about how they can show the performance, the best side of the performance to us viewers. I don't know if they maybe tried it beforehand with the skirts. I guess that they planned it beforehand, because I mean, if you're getting an outfit like this, you need to plan that you can like easily remove the skirts. But still, super cool detail. I loved it. And the moment when they're doing this hip wiggle and Chinbi and Unha looking to the side and doing this move, I'm sorry, but this is just outstandingly glorious, with the flower petals falling from the sky. And of course, the ending, so impactful. When they're getting covered by the BBG flags, once again, BPM, call me, please. I want one of those flags. And then at the end, boom, the flags are getting ripped away, and the girls stand there in all of their glory, staring at us. And holy shit, the ending fairy moments, another huge ass highlight of this performance. And I really want to know one thing. Like, was there a memo Chinbi didn't get? Because we have, in the end, Chinbi smiling into the camera, as, like, the cuteness of this smile. Oh, it tore my freaking heart apart. I'll be completely honest. And then Omji staring into the camera. You can clearly, like, hear her thoughts. Be sexy. Be the alpha right now. Stare into the camera, Omji. You can do it. And Unha also trying her best to be sexy and seductive. Okay, those little, like, Bambi eyes add the just portion of cuteness that is Unha to it. But she's trying so hard to be serious, while Chinbi is the only one smiling through this ending process the whole time. But this ending, so glorious, so gorgeous. And one thing that I forgot in the beginning with the mirror that I want to add there. Another thing that this mirror part reminded me of is if you guys remember Memoria, because in the performance of Memoria we have the girls like standing like a mirror in the beginning, and then it was, don't let me lie, Unha and Omji being like each other's mirrors, and here we had Unha and Chinbi being in the mirrors, but still super cool, interesting move. Also, another throwback to Fingertip, where we had Yuju trapped in the mirror, I think. So a lot of mirroring going on in the G-Friend universe. Just wanted to remind you of it. And yeah, amazing, outstanding performance. I'm 100% satisfied with each and everything about this, and I'm also a huge ass fan of the new version of Unnatural that we got here. It is not a substitute for the original version, but it's definitely for me an amazing addition, which I simply can't wait to listen to on Spotify much more. Because currently I'm focusing on YouTube to get them the views, but as soon as that period is over, Spotify will burn, guys. That much I can promise you. And I want to end my statement here with actually a quote of Hyolin, because she said, "Normally, when members leave, it feels like something is missing, but they have amazing chemistry." And I say amen to that. Do you want to add something to that?
No.
Or did you already leave?
My brain left, but I was kind of thrown into what you just talked about. This was, I liked it. I can't add something because I don't know. I guess I don't know. There are things you are talking about. Like I mean, guys, you need to get it. This man is. It sounds like that, and it's a fact. Many hours into this. I don't want to hear.
I didn't sleep for 3 days.
I don't want to hear a number for that, but yeah, he's putting. I mean, like for me, it's like I take like 1 hour, maximum 2 hours if it's something like yeah, BBG performance and stuff like that. But this man, I don't know. I don't want to know how much he's investing. But if
it's okay, all I'm investing into this is my love for you guys out there.
That's true. He is putting much love into this podcast. So press.
So and as long as you guys are enjoying this podcast, it's all worth it.
Yes. But yeah, still amazing performance. You said like I still think as well, Omji really kicking with this concept. Like as I already said, with Better Me, the Latin vibe concept, I think like this is hers, you know, like these kind of concepts. This is just something she lives for, and that's super cool.
To quote Sunmi, the aura.
See, the aura, right? Omji was born, and you know, and you already knew. Yeah, she is for these concepts.
Yeah, Omji is the Latin girl.
Exactly.
But it's like, seriously, if PPG ever decides to go with a concept like this, dude, I'm so down for it.
True, that's something I have thought about. Like as you already said, it felt a bit like first round was something very G-Friend formula like in this direction, and I think with Unnatural now, the cover, they just showed a bit like what concept can BBG pull off in the future, maybe, like, or what that they are not focused on any direction. Now they are like VVG and they can do everything, and they can, I don't know, maybe we get something like this in future comics. I guess they wanted to show something like this as well, like to not be focused on something, but yeah.
Exactly.
So the more BBG side, if you want to take it like that.
And there is one more thing I'm going to mention about the performance later when we are finished with the final rankings, because there's something I realized or saw there. So remind me when we're finished with the final rankings that I want to say something.
Okay.
There. It will be shortly, guys. Don't worry. Okay. After that, that was the last performance we are going to talk about today. And of course, as always, guys, let us know your opinions in the comments below about all of the performance. Do you agree with us? Do you strongly disagree with us, or only one of us for certain performances, maybe? Let us know in the comments, because I'm sure as hell you do. Don't tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
I know when it comes to certain things, I'm a lone wolf. And I'm okay with it.
Like, I mean, at least in the performances where we have different opinions, nobody can say he's not going with us. You know what I mean? That's kind of
Okay.
Everyone needs to choose a side.
There's only one side, guys. Either you hate it or love it. There is no in between.
Exactly.
Okay. Then, next up, we have the self-assessment of the groups. It was time for them to once again decide who is above and who is below. And I like that this segment started with Chinbi saying, if we place last again, I'm going to storm out.
Yeah.
That's my girl. That's the fire I want to see. And after that, it was time for WJSN to first reveal their rankings. And I can already say WJSN is the only group who went or who chose an above them. And this was, and I have to say, there's no big surprise there for me personally, Hyolin. And as below, they chose LOONA. Reason for that is they did not think that the performance of LOONA was really like memorable. And I can't really agree with WJSN there, honestly. I really liked LOONA's performance. I really think it was memorable. Like, it was so fun, and it was so like colorful, and it looked like even the members enjoyed every second of it. And I mean, musical is always cool concept for these performances. But to say that it was not memorable at all, I don't know. For me personally, I had a bit like the same feeling I had last time when Hyolin said about BBG that their performance of Time for the Glory lacked impact. You know, where I'm just sitting here like, huh? Like, okay, maybe you didn't like it, but no impact? Like, not memorable at all? Really? I really don't get the reasoning of WJSN there. What do you say?
No, I'm going with you, definitely. So, like, overall, as we when we watched it, there were a few explanations where I was going slightly riot. Because, I don't know, sometimes I just don't like, this is so obviously, and sorry, but this is so obviously K-pop headbook shit talking. Like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I watched Death Stranding. You can continue.
All right. Next up, we had LOONA. They chose as above none, and as below Kep1er. And as a
sorry.
Oh yeah, oh boy. And as a reason, they said they had a similar theme, and that they thought that the theme that both of them were kind of delivering was better delivered and executed by LOONA themselves compared to Kep1er. What do you think?
Yeah, shit talk. Like, where is the slightest similarity? Maybe a bit of the color theme, but their performances were so different. It was like 100% different. You can't put the kind of musical concept wise from LOONA with this bubble thing like this happy. I can't see a
Yeah,
similarity.
the thing is, to justify this, they showed certain scenes from both performances that had similar moves. Like, of course, we had for LOONA the dress change, or overall the dress changes, like we had with Yeso, and also the part where Hikaru was sliding over the ground. We had basically the same move with Chu on the bar. They kind of try to justify it with that, but I'm also with you that to say that, there are similarities in the choreo, but to say that the performances were similar in a way is really way too far-fetched. I really don't get where this is coming from. And the thing is, it once again just sounds like an explanation. They just, I don't know, they just try to thought about finding an explanation because they didn't want to say, well, I didn't like what you did. You know?
Yes.
It's, nah. Well, next up, we have Kep1er, who just got attacked brutally, and said, above, there was absolutely no one. We will remember last week they chose Hyolin, but they decided to not do that anymore since this is competition.
And thankful. That's an explanation I can 100% agree with.
Absolutely. I'm also happy about that. And below they said WJSN. The interesting thing about this is AyoGG actually predicted this, that they would get chosen by them. And there, I at least think the explanation was okay. Because they said they think that it was not a good switch from the original. Like, they had the original, and then they saw what WJSN made out of it, and they did not like the result, basically, which is an explanation where I say, okay, I would like to have it a bit more, like, in detail, but it is a beginning where I can say, okay, you said you did not like the performance because you think, okay, it did not do justice to the original. I can live with that.
Yep, that's an okay explanation. It's still too easy. Like, if everybody would go with that, and like as you said, there is no detailed information why. Like, no really reasonable showing why this would be, or something like that, or that you just would tell you like say this as a substitute for an answer or something like that. So that's why. But it's okay. It's okay. It's not totally out of nowhere direct, and that's something I guess you can be okay with and not raging about. Smile.
Speaking about raging, I'm going to rage over the next explanation. We have Brave Girls, above, none, below, WJSN. And they said, we think everyone did well. So in a situation like this, we think Q numbers are very important. That was what they said. And so basically they said, yeah, well, WJSN was first, so this is the same kind of shit explanation we got for BBG last week from Kep1er, basically.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you are first, and yeah, come, that's why I guess I forgot you, or something like this. This is just, come on. This is making me aggressive. Like, at least lie. At least, like, think of a lie that you can give out there, but not such a lame ass explanation.
And
like, say we think that maybe you are dangerous for us. That's why you're getting this. I mean, Brave Girls even said that they have to be really.
Also.
They even said that they have to be really careful because they are in danger when it comes to that voting stuff. So why not like pick smarter? Why not say, okay, let's think who could be the one that is getting the most dislikes from the others besides us? And then maybe say, okay, maybe Kep1er or for WJSN. Let's say they think WJSN will get, and then say, okay, and that's why we gave you a downvote, because that could mean that you are below us in this ranking, and we would get more points than you. Like, at least if you don't have any explanation, then go in a strategic way for it, but not do shit like this.
Yeah, and even Brave Girls did this in round 1 when they did the drop vote to BBG with saying like, dangerous, like just straight up, they can be like high, so on top, like, and like they didn't strategic move, so why not continuing with that? Guess was a lucky hit, and now we need to continue with this. Yeah,
I really hope they stop doing that.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
It is.
Next up, Hyolin, above, none, below, Brave Girls. And unfortunately, there was a bit of a mic problem in that situation. So it was difficult for us to hear what Hyolin was saying, but thankfully the translator, either he understood stuff or he completely made up what she said. But what we could read was she could not see their unique colors. And if she really did say that, I have to say, I hate that. I hate it when in K-pop they're saying, I hope that we can all show our unique colors. Like, what did I really hate when they say stuff like this. Let's just say their personalities, that every member is different, different personalities, but this color shit is really annoying me, and every group always does it. But well, that is what she took as an explanation. In my opinion, also not a satisfying one.
Yeah, I'm going with that.
All right. Next up, and last one, BBG, above, none, below, Brave Girls. And OMG here said the performance lacked key factors, and thus they simply expected more of Brave Girls. And this is an explanation I can understand much more. Okay, so she thinks there weren't enough highlights in this performance, and she had simply higher expectations to what kind of performance Brave Girls were going to put out. I would still like to have more details, but at least we're going in the right direction here.
Yes.
Thank you. Next up, the global votes. And, you know what? Let's skip the global votes because the final ranking is exactly the same as the global votes. So we're jumping over the global votes, and in the final ranking, and I know, guys, this will be a huge surprise for all of us, Hyolin, number 1. 10,000 points, again, perfect score. Yep. Number 2, LOONA with 6,432 points. Number 3, WJSN, 5,397. BBG on 4 with 4,431. Kep1er on 5 with 4,031. And by the way, I really liked Youngon saying there, I want to leave this place as fast as possible. Like, she was so pissed. She was so done.
Yep.
That she just blurted this out like, I'm done with this shit. And last, Brave Girls, 2,961 points. And there we had it, the quote of the episode. Were we really that bad? And Let me tell you, girls.
Yes,
no.
all of. Like, what is this? Mnet, like, oh, Jesus.
No, you
Christ.
weren't. You were great.
Of course not.
Don't cry.
What is this phrase?
Don't lose confidence.
What is this phrase? I don't.
It's drama.
know.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's basically every episode where I have to watch a VBG performance is drama for my life. Like, I don't need Mnet's drama.
Yeah, but Mnet disagrees. There can never be enough drama for Mnet.
Yeah,
and yeah, this is the final ranking, and here is something interested. Like, I basically realized after watching BBG's performance over and over and over again, like when I looked at the like live voting that that BBG got, and I thought after I watched it for the first time, how can they like not give BBG a lot of points, like a shitload of points for that? And I actually already talked about it shortly in the reaction, but the more I watch it, the more I realize I kind of get why the live audience there could be a bit of a different opinion, because BBG's performance looked a lot like it was made for the TV and not the live audience. Why? Because you have really often in the performance moments where two members are doing nothing while one member is performing in one part of the stage. And when you are paying close attention to the audience during the performance, which is difficult, I know, guys, but try it to like look for a few seconds away from the girls. It's difficult, but try it. You will often see the audience looking at the wrong member. Like, when a member on the right side is performing, there are still a lot of people staring in the front where one member is just on standby. And often the people did not get when someone was performing, where someone was performing. And for Hyolin, for example, and this is what I meant for, this is a great performance for the people who are there. You have one person who is circling around the stage continuously. You can always, you always feel like you're in the performance. You are like on the edge of your seat the whole time, and you can focus on her and her alone. And this is something that, as I already said, bothered me as a TV viewer for Hyolin's performance, but I loved it for BBG's performance. So I felt like there was a completely different approach in these two performances, which makes it kind of like understandable to me why BBG did not get such a high voting in the live viewer vote.
Still, you can't tell me that it's not sus that the rankings of all kinds of voting are the same. That's super sus, in my opinion.
I mean, the entire ranking is rigged. That's for sure, but it's Mnet we're talking about. But
like, we have global voting, we have on-site voting, and we have the kind of voting between them. The self-evaluation shit, kind of. And in all, like, of these kinds of voting, we have the same order. Like, that's
almost
super unrealistic.
Yeah. I think there's maybe one change in between. Not sure about that, honestly. But yeah, it is really, really, really close always. And yeah, I have said often that I honestly don't really get, especially the global voting. But yeah. That's the way it is, but this was just something I realized after watching BBG's performance more than is healthy for me. That a lot of people often were looking into the completely wrong direction during the performance. Mm-hmm. So, that was basically the episode. We got a little teaser for what is going to happen in the next week, and I'm so freaking happy, guys, because we're getting what I was hoping for so hard we would get again. We are getting the retreat episode basically again, where we will have the girls split themselves up into a vocal and a dance crew. And we saw that Unha is going to be part of the vocal group.
Surprise.
Huge surprise. And more. I think we also saw a few other people, I think, there, but I don't remember correctly. But the important thing is that we will get this this split into vocal and dance group again. For the people who don't know what this means, we had the same thing in Queendom season 1-2. So basically, you have one representative of each team in the vocal group and one representative in the dance group. And the vocal groups, it looked like they will have the exact same concept like in season 1. Then we will have 2 people from each group forming a duo to perform a song that they can decide on themselves. And then it will basically get voted which duo is going to win. And then the groups these 2 winners belong to will get the points. And for the dance crew, I guess it is also going to be the same. Then it would be like they're going to perform, and then each dancer will get a separate ranking, and based on the ranking, the groups will get points.
I'm interested if this is once again a double round, like in the last time, where we got the unit stages, and then one make your song different shit.
I hope so. That would be super cool.
Yeah.
An interesting thing is that I read is that Chinbi has actually said to fans multiple times that she is not going to participate in the dance unit, which would mean that AyoGG is going to be the one being in the dance unit. I'm really curious if that is true, if that will be reality. If yes, you go AyoGG, destroy them.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this. Or maybe it is just another lie of Miss Wang Unbi. But I think it is not so far-fetched that we will get AyoGG there in the dance line for the performance.
True that. And Una was flexing with her collaborations.
Oh yeah. I'm so looking forward to this collab, dude. Like, if in season 1, guys, I really want to recommend to you Hwaza and Key with Wish You Were Gay. Holy shit, this performance was outstanding. Now,
I have to say, I think all of them were pretty cool. So like, this is made for good performances, basically.
So last thing that we saw in the episode is kind of like the cookie scene at the end. We were in BBG's practice room in their dance studio, and they were sitting in the corner, and Chinbi was called for the dance practice, and she, which is of course the most natural thing you can do, placed her phone on the feet of Unha, who was sitting right next to her. And Unha decided to once again be the fluff ball that she is, and take some selfies and record a video message for Chinbi on her phone. After Chinbi came back, she like instantly saw that, and I loved Unna's reaction when she saw Chinbi looking at her phone, like looking not that happy. Unha was like, "Do you not like it? Smile!"
Yeah,
was so cute.
So good.
Those 2 together, my heart. It was adorable.
Love, literally. These scenes are Jesus.
BBG just carrying the screen time.
But thanks for Mnet for loving them.
Queendom.
In that case.
Yeah. I mean, I would be really interested if there's someone in Mnet who's just like such a huge fan of BBG, or if they simply are just a group who is delivering the most, you know? But yeah, that was really cute. And guys, that was the end of the episode. And last week we told you that we would have our favorite corner at the end, that it would prevail. It would happen no matter what Mnet was throwing in front of our way. And surprise, surprise, Mnet was not throwing shit for us. We didn't get anything. Once again, thank you for nothing, Mnet.
Literally.
But you know what? We don't need you. Mnet, we don't need you. So, guys, here I present you our new sister corner or sibling corner to Fashion with Tango, Fashion with Tango. So, what do we think about VIVIZ's outfits? Do you want to start?
Outstanding. Like, let's start with black and red. Already said, it's super, super, super cool. Color combination, and
The superior one, I want to say.
superior one, yeah. On top, like golden stage, and even more on the top. Perfect made for goddess. Oh, surprise. And of course, styling wise, 3 of them so beautiful. I think the tango look is something interesting. Like, I would say normally I'm not so much into this English words, like this things on the hand that are so pretty.
These glove things?
Yeah, kinda like I need a good adjective. I don't know, like, even cause I have problems with finding a good German word for it, but fluffy is pretty wrong. But like, if you have this,
But I get what you mean.
yeah, the it's big. Like, the clothing are mostly like pretty wide, So the things on the arms, like the clothes, have wide endings and stuff like this. So that you have, when you do the moves, as you already said in your talk about the performance, that the moves have more impact. Like, if you do slightly arm moves, you have this waving clothings that are waving in with the moves. I'm normally not the biggest fan of this kind of outfits, but overall I love it or for the Tango outfits. Like, if you have a Tango outfit at a whole, like, I really love it there somehow, cause I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just the fitting concept kind of thing. Like, I guess that this is going to be the most logic reason for me. I have to say, not the biggest fan of Unna's hair, though. I think wavy short hair, or more. It's not just wavy. It's more curly, even. Not the biggest fan of this with short hair. Like, for that, I'm more fan of her straighter short hair. But besides that, I'm super in love with the outfits, even with their full set of outfits. And if they drop their halves, like, even then, still outstanding. I love it.
God damn it. While we were talking, I tried to find something. I tried to find who was responsible for the outfits of VIVIZ, because they are custom made. And I read it somewhere, but I can't freaking find who it was. And I think I'm not going to find it. But yeah, these outfits were custom made for VIVIZ. And overall, yes, straight up gorgeous. I mean, what I really like is that even though they all have a similar style, of course, that they are matching each other. They're all still different, but kind of suit each member really well. Like the way the tops are cut, for example, different for each member. Yet it is matching with each and every one of them really, really well. What I also like is they did not go overboard with accessories or stuff like this. We have accessories, but they do what accessories are supposed to do. They are there, they accentuate certain stuff, but that's it. They're only there, not that visible. If you pay attention, you can see it, and that's it. Also, I'm a huge fan of it's not ribbons, but the stuff that they put in their hair, the feathers. So cool. It looks gorgeous, even though for Unna and Chinbi, it often isn't that easy visible due to their black hair. But for OMG, of course, that fiery red feather crown, just gorgeous. Straight up gorgeous. The pants and the shoes are the same, I think, or almost the same for all of them. Really cool. I like that the color they have, it's tough to say, honestly, what exactly it is. It is a red pinkish. It depends on how the light is falling on it. But it is definitely absolutely gorgeous. I think I'm actually Chinbi's top is something I'm not so sure about because there's too much going on for me. There in the chest area you have all those. I don't know what all of that stuff is that is falling down there, but that was a bit too much in my opinion. It's just similar to those fluffy things on the arms. It is just a bit too much, just not necessary. But not like annoyingly distracting or something like this. It was just something. Okay, if I could change something, then maybe the top of Chinbi. But except that, I was really, really digging the outfits. But I really, once again, have to say my absolute favorite is OMG.
Yeah, outfit-wise, yeah.
Like holy shit, this is just there. I see. Yeah, this is custom made. You saw OMG and you made that for her.
Yeah.
This is, I believe you 100%. Absolutely outstanding. I will try to find again who's responsible for this, who made this, and then maybe I will try to find it and link you the tweet where I read it in the video description. I can't promise anything, but I'll try, because credit where credit's due. Definitely. Yeah. I understand what you mean with Unna's hair. I'm also, if you know me, I'm one of the long hair lovers. But I'm digging her style there. I really love it because it is such a cute length. It is a cute hairstyle, but it is kind of a contrast to the more sexier outfit, but still. Just due to the overall sexy cutie concept aura of Unha, it matches like creepily well for me. So I'm a huge fan of that style, and I actually am not sure how better it would be with long hair. But of course, I would like to see. But I can say that that this is something that bothers me anyway. It looks absolutely amazing. Gorgeous.
Yeah, was, as I said, more the curly aspect for me, but that's something.
That's exactly the thing I like.
I'm pretty special about
the curly,
because I really love straight hair. Like it's like I would say, as example, here for Shinbi and OMG, I think the more wavy hair definitely the better decision. But I guess if it comes to casually, casually pictures and stuff like that, and outfits, I'm more like straight hair is more my style, basically. And I think curly, short hair. Not the best combination, in my opinion. Still, there is nothing on Earth that can make Unna look somehow a bit slightly worse.
Yeah, you already messed up, dude. It's okay. It's okay. Let it go. Let it go.
Hey, you talk whatever. You did it the same with you, girl. So
no. I only said the lasers are a no.
You still?
That's all I said.
You still said something about her outfit, like the hair.
Yeah, it's on the outfit. It's not her
Her
hair.
hair is just made for the outfit.
It's growing out of her hair. God damn it!
It was just
the outfit. The outfit is just a layer, but the hair is connected.
But how
right
she
to the
made
soul.
her hair there was
to
just for the outfit.
Soul. The soul.
The...
And with that, I conclude today's episode of AyoGG. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure as hell did. Most certainly, I hope you did too.
Definitely.
Really good. Now, guys, let us know all of your opinions in the comments below. And now, Mnet, next week, okay? Like, if you are not showing us Dayeon next week, like, I really riot. You cannot be serious about that shit.
Would be impossible. Like, she needs to be there.
Like, my wordplay skills have a limit, okay? They have a limit. And if I have to think about something next week from them sitting in a room talking about which song they should choose, if I have to go there with a stupid fashion with wordplay, I'm going to get really pissed, Mnet.
Yep.
So, that was it, guys. Let us know your opinion in the comments below. And I hope I see you next time to the next episode of AyoGG, the K-pop podcast in the Queendom Season 2 edition. Thank you for your attention and bye.
Bye.